Hello everyone, Thor here. Welcome to my review of Baldur's Gate. I first played this when I was about 9 years old. It wasn't when it first came out, but my dad bought it at a garage sale, and he called me up one day and said, "This is a really cool AD&D game. It's really well done." Then him, my sister, we all played it a lot because it's pretty open world back then. Like the world, there's a lot of places you could travel, and you kind of after you start off in Candlekeep, and then after your foster father is murdered by an armored figure that looks like this, uh, the only thing you can go off of is he has some friends at the Friendly Arm, and you get wrapped up in a whole story. But of course, we didn't go right to the Friendly Arm. We all kind of went our own ways. Like, I went north and I found Ajanthus the Paladin, and then, like, my dad found Kevin the Ranger, and my sister found some characters. We kind of built different parties, but we told each other about the different characters and, different encounters, like, finding Drizzt and things like that, and an old stronghold, and a lot of cool moments like that. I think I was the first one to actually beat the mage at the Friendly Arm Inn, and, found Jahir and Kaled, and, then you found your way to the mines, and you found out about the Iron Throne and them poisoning the ore, and there's a lot of cool side quests that kind of link together. Like, for once, I believe one side quest, if I remember correctly, you find out that this one guy you can kill for a bounty is like the brother of the cleric at the temple, large temple near Beargost, and there's a bounty on his head because he murdered their father. So there's like a lot of small stories, a lot of tidbits you can find, and each character's got their own reason or goal that they join you. For instance, like Kevin can't stand Tazak and the bandits, and he joins you because you're doing that. Ajanthus is trying to become a knight, so if you're gonna stop the bandits, it helps. So a lot of it revolves around the story of the bandits, but they're actually just hired by the Iron Throne, which is the real bad guy. And then you think the leader of the Iron Throne's the problem, but it's actually his adopted son, Saravak, who's your half brother, who you find out you're both children of Bald that got a murder and death, and Saravak is trying to start a war to become the next god of death and murder. It's a pretty good story. The character development story, I think, are a lot better in Baldur's Gate 2, but this one's definitely more open, and whenever I played it, I always cleared all the areas. Last time I played it, I did it on Steam. I got all the achievements. I'm sure the enhanced edition is great on a console. I almost thought about getting it for a Switch because I thought it'd be cool to have the touch screen and use it that way, because I know you can do it on phones. But I really like using the mouse and keyboard and having all the commands, because I kind of micromanage the party. You don't have to, but in the harder difficulties, you definitely need to, though. Hardcore mode, Legacy of Ball mode was brutal, but made my way through it. It wasn't easy. It took a lot of time, but I did it. Probably not worth it, but I did it, and I'm glad to say it. It's one of my favorite games, and I've been a big BioWare fan for a long time, and I definitely want to do a video on kind of the history of BioWare and where they stand now. But this is just like their second game. I mean, they got a lot of help from Interplay and especially Black Isle, but this is definitely pretty impressive. It was my first experience like with the Sword Coast. I mean, I used to play D&D with my dad, but sometimes he'd just make it up, or we'd play like old modules. I'm sure some of them were, but I don't remember as much. But right now, we're playing this. It'll be up soon, but I adapted this one and the second one and the expansions to D&D 5e, so we're playing through that. So definitely check that out. And the original saga also contains the expansion Tales of the Sword Coast, which was a lot of fun. You check out Werewolf Island, which is cool. Durlax Towers, an awesome adventure. I do have the enhanced editions, which it was Siege of Dragonspear, which was expansion made by Beamdog, which is decent. It fills in the gaps between 1 and 2. I think it's okay. I don't think it's as good as anything in Baldur's Gate 2 or, some of the stuff in this, but it is kind of cool to see him fill in the gaps and introduce some of the villains that you would meet there. It's kind of abrupt in Baldur's Gate 2, but they kind of just show a cutscene and it kind of fills in the blanks, but it's good to see kind of a story, and Kalar Argent's a cool character, so I think it's definitely worth a playthrough. I think I'm going to adapt that in our game, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure how well it'll translate, but I'm working on that. I already finished Baldur's Gate 2 for that, so eventually get to the other ones, but I think Baldur's Gate 2 is better. That one's a lot legendary, but this one's definitely still worth playing today. So I say check it out. Thor out.